Welcome to the Savior's Footsteps Adventure Guide. This is a non-repeatable adventure. Here you can see replayable, no, difficulty settings 5, and no health or single hero or anything like that, with 4 energy per day. And this adventure will run for 6 days. Now, I'm going to record every day, spending 4 energy every day so you can play along. And then after each day, I will merge the different videos together. So if you're watching this video a month or two from now, you will see everything together. Otherwise, just check every day for the added content. So let's start the adventure. All the non-repeatable adventures, like this one, non-replayable, have 5. Well, not all of them have 5. What I was going to say is completing a difficulty will also grant all lower difficulty rewards. So for this one, I'm going to go with the maximum 1. And as you can see, this adventure gives the current festival currency. Still, I don't recommend you go crazy and try to do the ultimate difficulty if you are not strong enough to do so. I don't think it's worth it. Just choose a difficulty that you consider you can achieve. And also remember that at any point in time, you can lower the difficulty. So we start right here. Let me show you the map. Right here is the start. We go to this node. And then there are several side paths, like this one down here, this one, then the main path continues here, goes to this merchant, goes here. Here we have another side path. We go back to the main path right here, another side path here to the right. We continue the main path through here. We have this last merchant and then just the last few nodes before the end. And yeah, because you have 6 days, a total of 24 energy, which is more than enough to do this adventure. So let's start. Just a regular heal giant. Gain mana when taking poison damage. Not particularly difficult, unless you use a poison elemental build and you're not strong enough to kill it before charging his spells, obviously. Okay. And now this is where the adventure gets a little bit crazy. So my recommendation is go back to the map and then decide. So as you can see, this is a one way only. So if you continue the main story, you will not be able to do these side paths. Excuse me, not main story, main path. So I'm gonna go down first, but you can go right first if you want. I'm just going this way first. This is a dungeon that is going to cost 2 energy. Okay, just a regular skeleton that takes lower damage from missile physical attacks. Not a problem. The next one is a Medusa, but it's a special Medusa because it's the mini boss. Creates 1 purple gem every turn. Again, not particularly difficult. And finally, we have the Dark Giant. I don't remember exactly. No, fire. It's a type of fire giant. The Dwarf Eater as the boss. And again, gain mana when taking fire damage. So not a problem unless you have a fire elemental build or physical build and you cannot deal enough damage to kill it before charging its spells. Back to the map, we talk to Dark Hunter, blah blah blah. I've already played it, so I'm not really interested about this. And get this reward, 2 epic fire runes and some gold. But I'm already capped, so okay. Let's continue this way, but unfortunately I need 2 energy. I only have 1 energy left. So this will have to wait until tomorrow. So this is the first chunk of the video. See you tomorrow. It's day number 2, so let's continue the Savior's footsteps where we left it yesterday. We went through this south side path, and now I'm going to go to the west for this dungeon. For the first enemy, we have the Treant, whatever. Uh, this is important if you're using, for example, my Purple Burn Warlock build, or any build that relies on debuffs. If it's at full health at the start of the turn, it cleanses all negative status effects, and this includes stuns. So make sure that you can hurt him enough so you don't face this problem when you fight him. But for me, it's not a problem. The next one is the Swamp Rat. I think it was the name of this. Giant Plague Rat. Well, it's not so giant. I'm a dwarf, and I'm taller than it. So, okay. Anyway, gain 25% power when below 25% life. So, be careful. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Fortunately, I have 1 stunning row right here, so it's not a problem for the last enemy. And the last enemy is an Owl Bear, which reduces the damage it takes for each yellow or green gem on the board. So if you're playing yellow or green, be careful you don't flood the board and then make it really hard for yourself to hurt it. Otherwise, he's dead. Okay, and return to the map. This was the side path. We talked to Eveline. I've already watched all the the story, so I'm not really interested. And we collect, whoa, excellent, 1 epic light scroll. Great. So 2 random epic scrolls here, and one of them was light. Excellent drop. And both of these side paths are completed, so we continue through the main path. Harpy, I think it creates 1 yellow gem every turn. No, destroys 1 skull gem at the start of the turn. Okay. Again, not a problem. And we got a diamond chest. Okay. Next, we go to the merchant shop. Random epic scrolls. Excellent. They only cost gold. However, I don't have a lot of gold right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a few chests. I haven't done my 3 daily season chests, and I think I have enough food. Yeah, I have almost 6,000, so I'm good to go. Okay, let's open a few chests here. Number 1, perfect. Let's put one of these green dragonettes here. And we got some gold. Another one. Okay. 18, 16, 11, 9, 8, 17, 11, 9. So 8. This is the lowest one. And one epic Bloodfang Twin Blade that I'm going to destroy immediately. Okay. And finally for the third one, another ruby. Great. And let's replace this one. And we get, okay, two rare items from the new season, as well as the spells, some spell pages. Okay, I'm not gonna salvage them yet. I usually store the new uh, items from the new season until I collect a few ones for 2 weeks or so, and then I go into my gear and do the cleanup. But I don't want to destroy any of the unique new items I'm getting for the goals. Okay, I think this is more than enough. I needed 7,500 if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back to the adventure and check again. View. And yeah, I only needed 750. Excuse me, 7,500. Okay, one epic and two ice. Excellent. The ice scrolls are always welcome. Okay, I'm not gonna buy the rare relics. I have, I don't know how many do I have. Yeah, almost 3,000. No thanks. And definitely not pay 400 gems for an epic relic. No, thank you. Okay, and this one is done. And the next fight is the Pegasus. It receives half damage if resistance is higher than 0. So still, I can one-shot it. But keep that in mind. If you're using a physical build, it might be a bit hard to kill. And we're again out of energy. And here, as you can see, for the next, for tomorrow, we will take this side path through this dungeon and get these rewards. And then we will continue through the main path with this enemy and next this node. That's what we will be doing tomorrow. All right, so thank you and see you tomorrow. It's day number 3 for the Savior's Footsteps, so let's continue the adventure where we left yesterday. So, as I said yesterday, we already completed all the starting area, so I'm going to go here through this side path to the right, or to the east. I don't know if the map is supposed to have north at the top or not. Okay, the first enemy is a wyvern. Take 25 less damage from melee attacks, but 25 more from missile attacks. If you're using an elemental build like I am, doesn't matter. Next is, I don't remember the name, if it's Iron Giant for the standard one, but either way, gains 10% of starting armor and resistance every turn. So make sure you have enough firepower to kill it. And the boss, which is the 18 Gobknocker, gain 10 mana when taking dark damage. So if you're using a dark build, make sure that you don't kill yourself by filling his spell. All right, easy fight. We continue through the story. Gonna sing. No, thank you. And the rewards. Let's see what we get. 2 uncommon runes and 2 uncommon scrolls. Not the best, but hey, you're getting this for free in the adventure, so can't complain. Let's continue with the next fight. Now, this is a very annoying enemy. There is a 10% chance to fill your mana at the start of each turn. If this procs, he's gonna one-shot you, period. So you're just gambling, not much you can do. If you have disease, you could prevent it from happening, but having disease on round one is, I'm not sure if it's possible. Maybe it is. But if it doesn't proc, just kill it normally. Obviously, you need to be strong enough because if he survives for 2, 3, 4 rounds, chances that he will proc it are much higher, obviously. And we continue to I always forget the name, the Doom Knight. 50% damage reduction if current armor is greater than 0. If you remember the Pegasus, these two enemies are mirror images of each other. The Doom Knight reduces damage if it has armor, while the Pegasus reduces damage if it has resistance. However, he's not much for us. Just make sure he's gonna die. And I think that was the last node. Oh, okay, so do not continue through the merchant. This is the main path. Instead, we want to go through this side path to get the rewards here, but we're out of energy, so we will continue tomorrow. It's day number 4 for the Savior's Footsteps adventure, so let's continue where we left yesterday. So right here, we did all the starting path up to this node, and I'm going to take this side path, finish this dungeon. The first enemy is this Doom Knight, I think. No, it's the boss, sorry. The first enemy is, what's the name? Swamp Rat? Plague Taster. Okay. That was the effect of poison, so if it poisons you, it will deal an additional 50% damage instead of just a regular 25%. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. So don't let it poison you. But as you can see, uh, he would easily kill me. Well, maybe I would survive, but by the skin of my teeth. The Great Ice Worm gains a percentage of power while at full health, so be careful. It has here, as you can see, the additional damage is considerable, but I think I can kill it with, oh, maybe not. Maybe that was a mistake. All right, just in case, let's prepare this for the next fight because, yeah. And the boss, which is the F Breaker, which is a special type of boss Doom Knight that reduces the damage received if its armor is greater than 0. Fortunately, I've got one stunning roll right here, so we're safe. Okay, I don't need it, but okay, some extra damage. It's always good when an enemy has that type of high resistance to damage, and goodbye. All right, so I think we have a little bit of story again here. Yes, we can talk to Ori. Thank you, thank you. And let's get the rewards. Some gold and 2 rare relics. Okay, let's continue the main path with this merchant. 3 random epic runes. I have plenty, but they only cost gold, so yeah, sure thing. 1 ice rune, which is great. I have a lot, but they're not very easy to obtain. 1 epic light rune, excellent, because they are not farmable. And 1 epic fire rune, which I have plenty. But okay, it's pretty good. And yeah, I don't recommend spending gems on the legendary or the mythic ones. They are very, very expensive. Next fight. I don't remember what's the name of this enemy. Urgu. Okay. Creates 1 purple and 1 green gem on the board every turn, so not particularly difficult. And goodbye. And I think I have 1 energy left. Let me check. Yeah, 1 energy left because the first one was a dungeon for 2 energy. So we fight this leech. Which gains power when taking dark damage. So if you have a dark build, make sure that you can defeat it before it gets too strong. And that's the end of the energy. We can still go to the last shop right here. Let me show you in the map. Right here, this is the last merchant, and then we get to this last fight and the last dungeon before the end. What do you have to offer? And she has epic relics, legendary relics, and random mythic scrolls. No, thank you. I mean, the epic relics, if you don't have a lot of them, yeah, sure thing, but they have plenty of them, so yeah. Even if it's only gold, I'm not interested. And that's it. This is just for tomorrow. We will be able to end the adventure. As you can see, there are still 2 more days full of energy to finish it. This should be 3 energy, 1 regular fight and 1 dungeon. So if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow we will have 1 energy left after we finish, and then there will be an additional day with 4 energy, just in case you die once or twice and you have to tackle the same node twice. So see you tomorrow. Thank you. It's the 5th day for the Savior's Footsteps adventure, which should be the last day. So let's continue where we left. This is the Fallen Draconos, which is a quite annoying enemy and, depending on the circumstances, deadly. Now, the reason why is because when taking magical damage, it will gain reflect. And when taking physical damage, it will inflict terror on you. Now, terror will increase the damage you take by 25% if there are 5 or more purple gems on the board, but he uses blue gems, so it's not particularly deadly for you. I mean, it's annoying. Obviously, 20% additional damage. It's it's not a small amount, but it's mainly they reflect. So there are basically 3 strategies for this enemy. The first one is to use a physical build that doesn't deal any type of elemental damage, so you don't worry about reflect. You will have to deal with terror still, but at least you will not be punching yourself in the face. The second option is to be strong enough so you can one-shot him, like I'm going to do with my build. And the third option is to use an elemental build that makes sure that you can stun it, or you can take the damage he deals with ease. Now, That is what I'm going to do right now. As you can see, I just triggered Reflect because I use an elemental damage spell. And now Cold Snap will probably kill it, but I want you to look at my resistance and my hit points. Yeah. Now, you cannot die from Reflect damage alone. It will always leave you at 1 hit point left. But if you completely deplete your armor or your resistance and you get hit by the enemy, you will die. So Reflect is always a very dangerous thing. And needless to say, don't play it on auto mode. Always play against enemies who can have Reflect, always play manually, because the AI on auto mode is gonna get you killed. This is the last dungeon. The first enemy is an imp, and yeah, it has reduced duration for debuffs, not particularly dangerous. The second enemy is a mini-boss spider. Is 50% resistant to poison damage. Okay, I don't deal poison damage, so not a problem for me. If you're using a green build, be careful. And the last enemy is a fire giant, a boss that takes mana, gains mana when you deal fire damage to it. Again, be careful if you're using an fire elemental build, but otherwise shouldn't be a problem. And let's go back to the map. This is the end of the adventure, and we get 1 weapon glyph, which is excellent. The other rewards we get through the adventure are okay. I mean, it's free stuff. You can't complain. But the 1 weapon glyph that you get at the end for free, yeah, this is excellent. The standard price for the weapon glyph is 2,250 in the shop. So this is definitely great. And that is the end of the adventure. Now, there is 1 day left, so it would be 5 energy left. So in case you die during the adventure, you know that you have that extra energy to repeat some notes in case you have to. And that is the Savior's Footsteps. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you on the next video.